Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday in the Wild on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. I am your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me and pushing play on today's episode. As I was heading home yesterday, I remembered something that I kind of set as a loose resolution for this year. Nothing that I wrote down as like a goal or that I'm tracking necessarily, but more of, I guess, an intention that I set for this year. And I realized as I was on my way home that I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked about it with anyone other than Jake. And here it is. So, just to give you some background, first of all, my brain is wired for efficiency. I don't know why. It's just how I'm created. It's just how I'm built. I am wired for efficiency. So if we are making a plan for the day, if we, have this or that to do, if one kid has to go here or we have, whatever, I am immediately geared towards what is the most efficient way to do this? What's the most efficient route to take? What is the most time efficient? What is the most energy efficient? If we're going to go out and run a whole bunch of errands, then, are we going to start at the farthest and work our way back to the closest? Are we going to do it vice versa? Whatever it is, I tend to want the most efficient way to do something. And that sounds like a great thing, right? Like, great, we're being efficient with our time and our resources and everything. Sure. And I feel like there's a time and a place and a space to be efficiency focused. And efficiency should not ever take the place of or be more important than like having a good time, like enjoying the journey or, other fun type things or what is most comfortable even like what would I actually prefer? If I am just efficiency focused, I'm not thinking about what I would prefer. I'm thinking about what's the most efficient way to do something. Not thinking about what would be the most fun. I'm not thinking about what would feel good. I'm just thinking about A to B as fast as possible or as efficient as possible or whatever the case is. And like I said, there are great places for this to utilize this. And sometimes focusing on efficiency is a buzzkill. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's the most efficient way to do it, but that doesn't actually sound like fun. So here's what I'm talking about. It was a couple of weeks ago when this idea first dawned on me that I get so focused on efficiency that it becomes the priority regardless of anything else. And I was doing some things out, running some errands, and I had texted Jake and I was like, hey, we need to go to Costco to get a few things. Do you want to come with me or do you just want me to get it done on my way home? And he was like, well, I'd like to come, but then you'd have to come back home for me. And I know that you really prefer efficiency. So if you want to just go ahead and do it while you're out, then do it while you're out. And yeah, I could have just done it while I was out because I was out, but he wanted to come and I wanted him there. And so I went home to get him, which necessitated me passing Costco. Like I had to pass Costco in order to get home to pick him up, to go back to Costco to do what we needed to do, right? Not the most efficient thing, but it was the most fun thing. It was now we're shopping together and we're having a good time and we're chatting and, whatever. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. And there are lots of situations that I choose the most efficient thing. When we head home from school, I want to get home as quickly as possible so that we can eat dinner and do homework and showers and get the girls to bed on time. And, hopefully there's some downtime in there for them as well. But I'm looking for efficiency. That is top priority. We're not stopping at Starbucks. We're not stopping at Swig. We're we're getting home, getting dinner, getting things done so that hopefully there's some downtime before bed. But on a Friday, we could stop at Starbucks. We could, you know, dilly-dally a little bit, which is so against my nature. Dilly-dallying is against my nature. I just want to get things done, and I want them done as quickly as possible. But that's not super fun. And it doesn't feel good. Sometimes it's like, man, look how much we crammed in today. Look at how I was able to schedule this and that. And, we got all the errands run and all the chores done. And then we still went out to dinner with friends or whatever. And I can really find a lot of joy in how I've pieced and puzzled everything together. And sometimes I get really totalitarian about it. And I'm like, no, we're not doing ice cream. We're not doing anything fun. We are getting this done right now. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it because everybody else is just kind of more flowy than me. And so I decided this year as my loose resolution, my intention, whatever you want to call it, to release my stranglehold on efficiency. I still like efficiency when it's called for, but to be more discerning when I am efficiency focused, when I'm prioritizing that, and when I am letting it go a little bit, when I'm just chilling out, taking a deep breath, say, great, let's stop at Starbucks on the way home. Let's grab a swig. Let's, just actually enjoy the journey rather than rushing from here to there just to get things done because that's exhausting. It's exhausting and it's not fun. So I don't know if efficiency is your thing. Maybe you are a little bit more loose and you need to employ some efficiency. And so maybe you're on the other side of the spectrum of like, well, I actually need to be better at being more efficient when it's called for. The thing is to be able to identify the situation and what what's appropriate, what it's calling for, when you need to just buckle down and get things done or get from A to B, and when you can be more relaxed and in flow. Because if I was relaxed and in flow all week, I think my kids would go to bed late and wake up exhausted and have temper tantrums and short patience and short attention spans, and we would just have lots of problems. So there's a place where we need to just get it done and stay on a schedule so that everybody gets the sleep they need and we can all function. That's important. But sometimes that's not of the highest importance. So the thing here really is discernment and making an intentional decision on when to employ efficiency and when to chill out and take a breath and relax already, Megan. So, like I said, maybe efficiency is not your thing. Maybe there's something else that you really lean towards, and maybe you go a little bit overboard with it sometimes. This is an opportunity for you to consider what you have a tendency towards, and if you're swinging too far on the spectrum one way or the other on that. And you need to kind of find more of this happy medium where you are intentionally looking at situations and deciding what is called for. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you and I totally love you. Bye for now.